Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is a quick one. We had some news drop today. The ban and errata list as of 6.3 dropped. We also had yesterday, June 2nd, we also had a reward store update. And then on May 30th, which was, looks like last Saturday, or no, Friday, we had a Ninja Turtles and Game Genic crossover thing, so we're going to go over a little bit of the news, and then we had a really cool Ninja Turtles trailer drop for the game, and I haven't watched it yet. I've tried to avoid all of the spoilers and the stuff that people are posting on socials, so I'm going to kind of try to just go in and react to it, and we're going to take a look and see if we can see anything cool or find out if there's like some hidden things or whatnot. So let's go ahead and get into the first little bit of news. UVS and Game Genic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles make their UniVersus debut with new card sets, and Game Genic accessories. So, Heroes in the Half Shell make their way to the UniVersus Collectible card game. UVS Games proud to announce the upcoming release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set and starter decks. That kind of threw people for a loop because it had the S there. But yeah, it's just a starter deck. It's just a basic starter deck. Created under the license for Paramount Consumer Products, bringing Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, and their allies and enemies into competitive play like never before. Booster set 180 cards. We got 15 characters and 8 ultra rare chrome rares. That's really weird what they said ultra rare chrome rares. Did you just say 8 exclusive? I think exclusive would have been better to use there. Or maybe because, like, you know, just a different word because we have ultra rare rarity in the game, but yeah, whatever. Each capturing the style, energy, and grit of the beloved TMNT universe. I don't know if the newer stuff is very gritty. The original comic book was super gritty. It was basically a riff off of Daredevil, and yeah, I believe that the story that they kind of made it to like a Daredevil-esque type, like New York, and it was like gritty and very violent and all that stuff. But yeah, it was really cool, and they all had red bands back then, and that's the only way I love the Turtles with red bands. That's the best. Alongside the booster set, a ready-to-play starter deck will give new and returning players an easy entry point into UniVersus. This deck comes fully loaded with a 60-card list, character card, and a learn-to-play guide. Okay, so a character card right there. They had mentioned in previous communications that it will be like all 4 of them. So I'm going to assume it says a character card, so it's going to be all of them on the character card most likely. Hopefully it's a 630 and not a 622. Hopefully they bump that up so people can actually play with the credit card, the character card. Because I know if I remember correctly, they also said that there's exclusive alt arts and unique cards in the starter deck. So you will want those. And I believe it's all 1980s cartoon art too. So that's cool. A learn to play guide, a paper play mat. Oh baby, that sold me right there. Paper play mat. They could probably just leave that off because yeah, that just goes right in the garbage. And everything needed to jump right into the action. To complement this major release, UVS Games is teamed with Game Genic to power TMNT UniVersus debut to deliver a dedicated line of officially licensed TMNT card sleeves and playmats. These accessories feature bold artwork and Game Genic's signature quality, allowing players to protect their decks in style while showing off their turtle fandom. Do I own any Game Genic stuff? I don't know if they're the ones who made the Worlds deck boxes from this year and the previous Worlds and Worlds Year 2. But those deck boxes are really sick, and I don't know if they're the ones who made those or not, but I hope so, because those are really cool. Game Genic is proud to join forces with UniVersus to enhance the gaming experience, said Adrian Alonso, CEO and founder of Game Genic, teaming up with such a respected publisher sorry, I had to cackle there, my bad, to bring these legendary franchises to life is truly what sets this collaboration apart. So that's cool. Like, this guy's all for it, you know, at least on face in the article he does. So bringing fan favorite franchises to UniVersus is a huge for UVS and for our players, said Zoe McNamara, VP Vice President of Product and Creative at UVS Games. With Game Genic's high quality accessories, fans can showcase their fandom while keeping their decks battle ready. This just seems like the tagline for the game. I mean, I appreciate it that she said that, but like, you could be honest, right? Like, you're excited. It's super cool. Like, this is just the tagline they always say. This is like a UVS employee's tagline right there. So, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, like, if they're like, I guess it does say the quality. I know, like, people who own some GameGenic stuff, they say they like it. Let me know in the comments below if you like GameGenic stuff. I don't own any, I don't think. I don't know, I could be wrong. But, yeah, let me know in the comments. This collaboration represents a shared vision between UVS Games and GameGenic to elevate the tabletop experience with unforgettable characters, bold design, and premium protection. All in one shell-shocking release. Stay tuned through 2025 for exclusive card reveals, product spotlights, and accessory previews. Okay, so I was a big fan of the old Dragon Ball Z buy a movie, get a promo thing. I did that with I got a lot of those promos from those movies because they had like a Brawly one, which was super sick, and they had a couple other cards, and they used to do like old promos like in the like toys and all that. And I like if they have like sleeves with alt art, like say that it's like an alt art of a foundation, and they have a copy of that alt art in that box of sleeves, that's sick. Like I'm down. Like whatever, man. If you're going to complain it's $20 per copy, I don't care. Whatever, man. You're buying the sleeves because you want the alt art. And I think that's a cool way to drive sales, is having little tie-ins like that, like the Dragon Ball Z score game used to do. I think some other card game, I think Pokemon does that, maybe, with some toys. I don't know. I don't play Pokemon. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if any other card games do that, because I think that would be sick. Because I think like the last time we did something like this was the Zenoscope comic. And that went okay-ish, I think. But I think like if it's inside stuff that we want, like say there's a Turtle Van deck box, and say there's a Turtle Van card, and it comes with like an alt art of the Turtle Van card, or maybe there's an alt art character card, or they have like different, like they have like a Leo, a Raph, a Mikey, and a Donnie, like sleeves. They each have their own sleeves, but it's like alt art that's not in the set, and you have the character card attached to that. That would be super cool. I think that would be a real good way to drive sales and get people to buy your sleeves, because I think after a while people just stop buying them because the Critical Role ones are crap. But you know, whatever. I just don't haven't played with them. I heard they rip. Usually art sleeves rip really easily because it's just like a sleeve on top of a sleeve, unless you're like Dragon Shields where they're like printed on the sleeve. I don't know. Whatever, man. I could just be just talking on my ass. So yeah, okay. Next little bit of news. Reward store update. Did they fix it? They did. It wasn't fixed, or it wasn't working earlier today. Hey gamers, another reward store update. Last week brought we had the old rotated stuff. Legal foundation cards exclusive to the reward store with a throwback UniVersus logo sleeve. Epic playmats. Well, and don't forget, it updates every Monday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, because no other time zone exists. Let's take a look at what we got. We got a fire symbol mat. We got a life symbol mat. The learn to play mat is pretty cool, though. The learn to play mat is kind of sick. I like that. I have the life one. The fire one, I'm okay with that. The life one's cool, but I don't need a fire one. I'm not a fire gamer. I'm a life symbol and a death gamer. But yeah. That's cool. That's neat. Perfect for beginners. Man, I hate zones on a mat so bad. But I like this because it's a cool teaching tool. But I hate zones on a mat so bad. My character does not go off to the left. It goes directly in the center of my stage. That's so I don't forget things. Man, zones. I mean, when I see people who have zones on their mat, I kind of cringe. Sorry, people who have zones on their mat. Like, it just bugs the shit out of me. Because you're just like, really? You're going to let someone dictate to where you want your cards at? Like, I don't know, man. I just have my stuff in the center. My deck's in the top right. My card pool starts in the top left. Actually, the top left is where my sideboard goes. And my card pool is in between my sideboard and my deck. And then I discard directly behind my deck. And then my remove from game pile is on top of my on top of my sideboard. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Hey, buddy, what's up, Ace? What's up, Ace? How's it going? Got Ace in the room with me, my old man. Yeah, so moving on to the big news. On 6.3, we had a ban and errata update. We have one change to the ban and errata list this month, technically, and some clarifying changes, so that's good. Over the last regional events, we've seen a very diverse set of winners and high-performing characters. One character has outperformed the rest of the group. and created some play experience issues we'd like to address. Poor Nick. Salute to you, pal. I'm sorry, buddy. This sucks. Nick Reagan. This man's a beast. Well, I guess we just get right into it, right? Enhance. His old enhance was remove top 8 of your cards. Top 8 cards of your deck, you get 2/2. If it's your rival's turn, ready a foundation with the same name as the card removed this way. If it's your turn, you may play one enhance ability on an attack card removed this way as your next enhance. Following all restrictions, paying all costs, blah, 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 blah. So they kind of kneecapped him a bit, being twice per turn, right? Like being able to just rip that ability over and over again, super cool, very good. I know it's a little, he hits like the nuts, you're dead. This way, I actually think he becomes more consistent. No, hear me out. Like, I think he becomes more consistent because he has to play a smaller deck. Because he's not going to be triggering, he's going to be removing 24 cards from his deck every turn or more, right? Like, he actually may become more consistent. And then it actually means, he's going to be better. He actually may end up being better due to this power level errata. So let's listen to their response. So Nick Reagan is a very unique character. Since its release, it should say since his release, because it is Nick himself, it has been one of the best performing competitive characters in the meta. Nick's ability to copy the abilities and create powerful combos within a single enhanced step is a very exciting and interesting mechanic. The problem with the character is how explosive the random nature of the character can be. Many games are ending too quick for comfort. On top of the speed and the success of the character, and the play experience against the character can be a frustrated one, which is true. It really is. It can be. Sometimes you just get behind the 8 ball and you can't do anything because they hit every wombo combo they needed. When the game hits powerful options with the enhance, it feels like there's nothing the rival can do. That's why we play resets. But again, like the air version just cleared your card pool and did like attack over and over and over again. So that was kind of crazy. So maybe it's a little less playing resets, and he's kind of, eventually he's just going to play like 12 attacks on you, which seems like anything in the meta right now, right? Like anything in the meta can probably play 12 attacks on you with the right combo of cards. This lack of agency can be very frustrating to sit across from. It is. I think it's any deck. Pony too. Pony's the worst at that. The agency you have in Pony matchups sucks, and if they draw their entire deck, you just die. And if you're on like the whim of them just drawing foundations left and right. But we're not hearing about Pony, which I hope she's on the next ban in our errata list. When the Nick deck misses on its enhance a few times, it feels like it beat itself rather than your deck defeating it. This speed of wins, play experience issues, and overall power is why we are taking some of the power off the character. We are still leaving the character with some of its exciting explosive plays. We are now limiting how many explosive plays it can make each turn. So twice per turn on Nick Reagan. Does this kill the character is the real question. I don't think so. I do hope they release an errated version, since we all used our points. And I hope they replace Nick with however many copies of the original Nick he got with new Nicks, because I think that would be fair, because he got errated. Like they should, And I also think they should have done that with Kirishima 1 and Kirishima 2. They should use the redemption store for this. Any errated cards or clarifying cards, like if we have clarifying errata down below, they should release copies that have the new text on it as promos. I think they should. Clarifying error, Sword Advantage, a card no one has ever played. Old Blitz. After you play this card, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it. That doesn't work, because it should not say after you play this card. It should just say Blitz, reveal the top card of your deck, which it does. We're removing that. We're removing the unnecessary trigger timing because it's not a responsibility. Huzzah! Same thing with Titanic Capture. It's really funny that they, did it 2 sets in a row, but whatever, man. Old Blitz, after you play this card, they're just removing after you play this card. So, this card's a beating, by the way. And then Deep Sword Thrust. They're added card pool to it. At the start of the card pool at the start of the end phase, add this card to your momentum. Adding the necessary card pool tag to allow its ability to properly function. So, the card they didn't talk about. The card they did not talk about was Armin 4. Armin the Colossus Titan from this new set. In theory, by the way the rules work is that his static that say all your cards gain the ability of you can play this card face down as a 2 difficulty foundation doesn't technically work because everything in your private zone doesn't actually have it. Unless they mean it's on like the back side of the card. So you can play it face down, right? Like playing it face down, it would technically have it, but I don't know. It's like hand wavy black magic. And I really wish they would just come out and say, hey, this is how this is going to work. But maybe it's just, hey man, it's just working because it's going to work. This is how it works, and this is how it's going to do. This is how we do. So yeah. But, yeah, so one other thing dropped today. I think that's it, right? Attack on Titan Apocalypse is entering the regional circuit, and we are excited for its impact. With any new set release, new cards and strategies will be entering the competitive playing field. There's already cries for peak to be changed, and you guys are crazy. We are keeping a close eye on the innovative decks our players are creating with goal of ensuring a healthy, diverse meta, diverse and fun play at all levels of play. So, on Take 10 last night, Rebby Lynn did bring up a good point that having a watch list would be super sick. Like at the end of this, like older, nothing like you don't have to say anything out of the new set, but like older cards, you can be like, this is on a watch list. But I don't know if they want to do that because they really shouldn't care about the secondary market. That may fluctuate the secondary market somehow, but they really shouldn't care about the secondary market because as the main like, I guess the owner of the game, they just shouldn't care about the secondary market. They just shouldn't. It's just, I don't know. But this game's always had a weird, like, symbiotic relationship with its secondary market because, yeah, it's just like people are obsessed with cards on the secondary market and how much things are, and like I've been privy to that too. Like, well, I've been like, well, I'm glad my cards are worth money, but yeah, but I'm not selling them. But I'm just, I don't know. It's just really weird that like this game has like this really like every card game has like this really weird like relationship with the secondary market. It's just, I don't know. It's not healthy. But yeah. One last thing. We had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer drop. And I'm going to react to it. So let me make sure it's all primed and ready to go. It is. Let's see if I can make this a little nicer looking for you guys at home. So let's do this. Let's shrink this. Shrink this. We're magically editing as we go instead of pausing the video. Yeah, we're awesome. There we go. Super big. We're right in the middle of it. Okay, so we're going to win. This is the Ninja Turtles trailer for the TMNT set. Let me make sure I can turn it up some and make sure it's loud enough for everybody at home to hear. It's probably going to be too loud. So, sorry, not sorry. And let's roll. Okay, I'm down. I'm already hooked, man. Like, that's hype. Like, I know this is not everyone's favorite, like, version of the Turtles, but man, this is sick. Bruh, let's go. Hell yeah, there's my boy right there. There's my boy. Yeah, let's go. I'm hype. Oh man, Raph is so sick. Okay, we got Rocksteady Bebop. Hell yeah. All right, we got weapons. We got Mikey's nunchucks. So it looks like we got some assets. Raph Sai. It says top secret, so no one can know. Hell yeah, man. This is dope. All turtle arrows. Okay, so this is just showing the new stuff, but knockout punch, defend the innocence of foundation. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, I could see difference in the text box. Like, there's a pipe and like a pipe with a brick. So I'm wondering what all that means. So, yo, is that the chromes? Oh, those are sick. UV reactive foils. Okay, they're neat. They're neat. I'm down. They're probably gonna look sick in person. August 15th. Ah, there's the blister packs, baby. Ooh, anything at the end? Yo, okay, so this is sick. 'Cause this is what I was talking about earlier, that they were going to do the 1980s Turtles as a starter deck. Ah, super hype. Anything else? Okay, okay, okay. I like that ending logo. The ending logo was sick. Hey Tam, look at you. We're gonna watch the video again, but not without pausing it. It's a good song. Okay, I saw April and Splinter in there, but I was a little. There we go. April, high school reporter, rocksteady, easily angered, bebop, burly brawler, Splinter, caring father. So that's cool. So those are their titles. Awesome. Art's cool. I mean, like it's the style from that era of that show. So if I remember correctly, there's no Shredder, which is very sad. So hopefully we get Shredder as a promo or maybe as another character in the set. These look really cool. Those look really neat. The art looks super sick. So we got August 15th is the release date. So what, Gen Con weekend? Pre-releases, right? Is that pre-release weekend or is Gen Con the week after? I think it's the week after. So they're definitely gonna have like a release thing at Gen Con for sure. They'll probably have turtle promos too at Gen Con. So man, I'm gonna have to task some people to go get promos. Pizza, baby. We're gonna have a pizza party. That's sick. Turtle power, baby. That's sick. I like it. That's cool. I think, and I like the Critical Role one they did before. Like the Critical Role trailers were super hype. This was super sick, man. So I'm super happy for Turtles to be in the game. I know it's a property people have been asking for a very long time. So first we gotta get through Street Fighter 6 though. We have those Challenger decks coming out. I assume. I mean, we just got 2 cards in a newsletter today. 1/5 Water Foundation for Chun Li and a 2/5 like speed and damage bonus move attack twice thing. On fire for Ryu, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm pretty hyped to see that, but I'm super hyped for Turtles. That's super cool. I know my buddy Corey out in my community is super hype. He's thinking to get like like a pallet worth because yeah, and then he's gonna supply me with cards. Let's go. But yeah, I'll be playing Raphael for sure. Not like the whole Keela thing all over again, but Raphael for sure. So yeah. Anywho, yeah. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Turtle trailer and what your favorite part of the Ninja Turtles are, and who are you excited for, like in the set that we know of so far. Who are you hoping that's in the set? Give me your theories, your assumptions, or whatever, and then we'll talk about it. And yeah, so don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit those bells for notifications so you don't miss a video, because this summer is going to be wildin'. And then hope to see you at Louisville at the regional. And then until then, take care.